everyone, welcome to my collecting journey, the series where I talk about my journey in collecting things, and today we are talking about a brand new UK Blu-ray release for a movie that was released in the 90s to celebrate its 25th anniversary. And when I say that this Blu-ray is a brand new release, I mean it, because this actually came out for general release yesterday, November the 23rd. I was able to pre-order this Blu-ray back in September, and it arrived yesterday, and it is genuinely one of the nicest looking Blu-rays I think I've ever owned, and you'll see that in a second when I show it. But yeah, this is for a very special film that was released in 1995, is a cult classic from the 90s, and is a movie that has very quickly gone up in my estimations as being probably one of my favourite movies of all time. I am of course talking about the French masterpiece La Haine. Now, if you've been following my channel this year, you will already know that I have actually reviewed La Haine already on this channel just a couple of months ago. And the whole reason I reviewed it was partially to do with its 25th anniversary coming up later this year, but was also because a friend of mine desperately wanted me to watch it. I ended up watching it, and I loved it so much that I just had to talk about it sooner rather than later. However, one thing that I think I mentioned in that review that seems to be a recurring thing with a lot of my favourite movies is that trying to find a copy of this film in the UK is very hard. Unless you own a region-free Blu-ray player and are able to buy the US Criterion release of this movie, then you can't really get any other copy of it in the UK without spending hundreds of pounds, which is ridiculous. However, during the summer, BFI announced that they'd be doing a special limited edition Blu-ray box set, which is what you see here, to commemorate the film's 25th anniversary, along with a limited cinema release for early November. Obviously, that cinema release probably didn't happen the way they wanted it to because of lockdown and stuff like that. But either way, the Blu-ray ended up coming out, even if the cinema release maybe didn't happen. And I've just got to say, this is probably one of the chunkiest singular Blu-rays I think I've ever seen. So without any further ado, let's take a look at what BFI have done with this 25-year-old masterpiece. So as you can see here, the box is incredibly thick, like I've already mentioned. I would say it's the same thickness as a VHS, like an old video, but it's slightly thinner. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's thick. You're getting your money's worth, especially with how much this cost. You're definitely getting your money's worth with the packaging and the way it's presented. If we look on the back, there is a lot of text. I mean, this grey box alone is the special features. That lists literally everything that you can find in this Blu-ray collector's edition. And I gotta say, considering how much is written here, that is a lot. I mean, that makes that kind of puts Criterion to shame a little bit, because they have a lot of special features on Criterion Blu-rays, but I've never seen as many as this, which probably explains why this is a double disc. There's probably one disc for the film and then another disc for the special features. But if we open it up and see what is inside the box, so we'll get onto this in a minute. So just put it there. But here is the standard Blu-ray case. Actually, it is this is actually, by the looks of it, a bog standard Criterion Blu-ray case. Like, look, you can see that it's it hasn't got the Blu-ray logo at the top in the middle, and it's very, like, clean around the edges. So yeah, I found that quite interesting when I first took it out. I was like, okay, they've opted for a Criterion style of Blu-ray case, which I thought was interesting. So if we open it up, we have the two different discs, looking brilliant as ever. I mean, oh my god, just the presentation in this Blu-ray alone I just love everything about it. And I presume the film itself is going to look even better because, like, the fact that they've put their heart and soul into this Blu-ray probably means that the actual film itself is going to look absolutely brilliant in 1080p and in 24 frames a second. And all that kind of stuff. So here we have a pretty chunky sized booklet. I mean, it looks pretty thin on camera, but it's, you know, it's thicker than the usual kind of booklets you'd expect to get with this sort of thing. There we have Vince looking ominous, and inside we have the film's iconic quote, "How you fall doesn't matter." And you open to the back, it's how you land. Now, this booklet has a number of really interesting things, such as pictures from the film, and I think a few behind-the-scenes pictures. I might be wrong. Look at that. There's the iconic shot of all three of the characters looking cool as fuck. There we have the credits. I know most of this booklet is made up of essays about the film, and interesting insights into the making of the film, and actually there's a really interesting speech or comment or poem by Matthew Kazovitz right at the front of the booklet. He's the director of the film, if you didn't know that, which I think is really interesting and pretty much sums up the themes of the movie in a nutshell. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what this booklet consists of. Essays, interesting insights, and for someone who loves the movie just as much as I do, this stuff is really interesting. In terms of in terms of what you get on the actual Blu-ray itself and the tons of special features that there are on there, you get a variety of different things, including making ofs, there's interviews, there's videos regarding the subject matter of the film and how it is still relevant today, and there is even a special introduction from Riz Ahmed, which he did especially for the cinema release of this, which was meant to happen at the start of November. Because funnily enough, La Haine is Riz Ahmed's favourite movie, and you can kind of see why, considering his recent release of Mogul Mowgli, and when comparing it to a film like this, there's a lot of themes and there's a lot of different things that kind of carry over, and you can see how this film has influenced his career and the projects that he's chosen to participate in over the years. But yeah, the special features look absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to delve into them. I can't wait to read this booklet more and more over the years. And yeah, this is just a top-notch Blu-ray release that genuinely puts... I think it actually rivals Criterion release. Because I don't know what the Criterion release of La Haine consists of, but this is pretty damn close. Like, this is a lot of stuff. They've really gone all out on this one. So guys, that was me talking about the brand new BFI release for La Haine to celebrate its 25th anniversary. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to hear my more in-depth thoughts about the movie and how much I enjoy the film, then please check out the review I did a few months ago to get a better understanding of that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye.